You mentioned that it's being digitally downloaded on November 15th or something. Who's the distributor? Is it?
The distributor is Strategy First out of Canada, but it's actually going to, they have partners, so they'll be using Steam and all the traditional download companies, but they're the one that, they're the portal for all that. And we will be putting it out simultaneously on the 5th. We'll have a DARKSTAR store, and there'll be physical copies available immediately elsewhere. And the price is really low. We wanted to sell more copies and not charge like $49, $59, like a lot of games do. And this is more content. And I'm not saying that we're better, just saying this is a lot more content than most of those games, and we're at $29.95. You, sir?
I have to ask, how tight is the narrative? Is there only one ending, or are there other ways for it to end?
He dies in 29 different ways. And I love seeing him, man. I really do.
Why don't we see it, Dad? Because it's really one of the best things. Watching Clive die is really very rewarding. And
I'm going to launch you out of the ship.
out of the bathroom.
Out of the bathroom? Have you played? He hasn't even played the game. Why don't I
Evac. Could this be a way out?
Hello, Captain Beaulieu. If you wish to evac, please press the button again.
Of course, the computer is the inimitable Mary Jo Peele.
Well, what have I got to lose?
John, are you absolutely certain you wish to evac? If so, please press the button one last time.
So you gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right, his money's on hit the button again. Here we go.
Goodbye, Captain.
Escape from the West Wing is bittersweet, isn't it? You've eluded the pain from the past and the dangers of the present, but fled into the arms of the dark, empty future. Jesus. You stupid fool. Wonderful. Next one. Floating in this open space in a tin can with no food, no way to navigate, no over rest. You, mankind's finest and final hope, but this is the easy way out, isn't it? Now it's time to sleep, Lucy. Perhaps you dream that is your darkest, coldest nightmare.
So anyway, there's 29 sequences like that, and I guess the key is you want to save before you try them. But there's a lot of them.
They're quite fun to do.
They are fun to do.
And that's the late Peter Graves is the narrator.
Yes, sir.
I have two quick questions. Well, one's quick, one's more of a narrative one. But first off, what you mentioned, influences on heavy metal and stuff. I mean, is this game going to be targeting more of a mature audience, or?
It's kind of like Trace's book, it's aimed for children, but really not. We don't know what a rating will be. We're sure it's him, and if it is, it's going to be, well, because Trace is fouling out in the movies.
Hey, sorry.
Hey. Well, his utility belt, too, it had a feature built into it that had a little cuss box on it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he didn't know that, and it went off a bunch of times. Anyway.
And my other question is actually for Beez over here. Yeah, you did most of the costuming and prop work for this one. So what type of influences were you drawing on when you were doing a lot of this? Because, it does have that campy sci-fi look, but it definitely has its own unique touch to it.
Like I said, Barbarella is a big, huge thing for me, and Flash Gordon is another one of my all-time favorite things. So just things that had, the good sheen and the right shape, and I tend to like things that don't quite take themselves completely seriously, but yet I also have some Club Kid influences that try to give it a little bit of an edge. So it's kind of a mix of those two things.
You, sir.
The first part really is how tough a sell was it for the actors, for you to get the other actors involved in this project, and the second part more focused specifically around Peter Graves himself.
Well, I'll ask Peter Graves and ask the other actors.
I had to dial 10-digit numbers. And that was about it. I called Josh and Joel and Frank and Mary Jo and said, hey, there's this cool thing, you want to work on it? And they all said, yeah, cool, yeah, let's do that. And that's as hard as it was.
I actually found Peter the same way I found Clive's, through William Morris Agency, just like anybody else casting something, you know. I went to them and they presented a lot of choices, especially for Clive's character. We talked to Emilio Estevez. I talked to him about doing it, and he was going to do it till he found out he was actually on camera. He thought he was an animated character, so he preferred not to be on camera. Christopher Lambert, the Highlander, we talked to him, and he was going off to do a movie. He was going to be gone for 9 months. They pitched Chuck Berry, the guitar player, at me. Don't ask me why. Oh, I do know why. They said he's in Missouri. That's a great reason. And then Clive came up, and he was perfect. The minute I saw, I went on Amazon, bought the box set for Star Hunter, and checked it out. And he just was that, you know, he was like, he's my Shatner, you know.
Thank you very much.
And Graves, I found the same way. Graves I found through William Morris, and we talked about, they pitched him, Shatner, and Peter Graves, I will admit, to a touch of the MST thing, kind of pulling me a little toward him. I thought that kind of made it a little bit more, it just seemed to have some symmetry to it. And he was awesome. He's just a really great man. I'm very sad he's gone. Yeah.
So being one for morbid comedy, I noticed that there's a ratio of 29 deaths in about 30 hours. Is it quite one of the old adventure games where if you don't have your shoes on correctly, you'll tip over the ladder and die? Or are the deaths a little more difficult to get to?
That's a good question. It's so, I love hearing this stuff out of the box because it never occurred to me there's a death an hour. But it's really, a lot of it's kind of common sense. It's not like in some video games that something runs around the corner and, you know, jams an axe in your face and kills you. It's stuff kind of like this here. Matter of fact, where the game has stopped right now, this is kind of toward the end of the game. And you have to decide what to do with Trace's character here. And I'll let you guys put it to a vote. Would you shoot Perryman? Would you join him? Or would you pull the lever?
Shoot Trace in the face.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Exactly.
So Trace, did you decipher that?
I'd shoot me in the face.
Well, it really is more fun. It's really funnier to pull the lever.
Pull the lever. Door number 3.
Red crossing.
Three-stage initiation process successful.
What next?
By the time you make it to the flight deck, engines will be online again. Congratulations, John. You have successfully repaired the Westwick and it is now ready to navigate.
What is all the screaming about? Hey! You pulled the lever, didn't you? Didn't you? The timing is incredible. You should at least bring back coolant first? Yes, we have coolant. Okay, that's good. Was Perryman in there? And did you fry him to a crispy little black dust bunny? Well, the description leaves a lot to be decided, but pretty much. I guess that's okay, too. He was an asshole. Even worse than me. Well, my job running your hand through this tobacco is finished. I will go play in your room and look for dirty magazines.
Good night. I'll back you over tomorrow, Dad.
Goodbye. Bye. Hey, you stay out of my